Hi, welcome back to Theo's Coffee Break podcast for the next episode here in season 4. Today's coffee break, we are going to be talking about being still and knowing peace. And what does that mean? For a long time, I literally thought that being still meant like just being still. And I thought that peace was being oblivious to what is happening around you. And today I'd like to bring some clarity around what stillness is, what peace is. And to kind of give you an idea of what we'll be talking about is that being still is not stagnation. And having peace of mind is knowing that no matter what storm in life that you are weathering, or what whitewater rafting journey you're on, like it seems like you're hitting every single rock in the river, it's knowing that at the end there's going to be fulfillment. That this is a part of the process in the healing journey. That being still and resting in your knowing can give you peace of mind to keep moving forward even when you don't know how things are going to work out. It's allowing yourself to detach just enough that you can get focused back on building that life that you want with the building blocks of sincerity, with the building blocks of reliability, and having the courage to do the right thing even when you are scared. So if this sounds like a coffee break you would like to join in on, I would encourage you to come on over to Theo's Coffee Break podcast. It's somewhere in season 4, and I look forward to having you joining us today at the coffee table for today's coffee break. All right. I'll see you there.
All right, so the camera is off, and so is the light, because, funny story, I lost power. Well, I was recording that episode, and so the intro, the audio sounds a bit weird because I extracted it from the video, and here we are. Time later, time has passed. So I'm hoping that I can keep up with the momentum and the tempo of this episode of being still and knowing that everything is going to work out the way that it's supposed to. And so a big word here is temperance. If you don't know what temperance is, pretty much it's in moderation, in flow. And it's slow moving. I often think of temperance like peace like a river. As the river goes on, we don't exactly know where that may lead. But you're still moving forward. And so, even though it didn't save, like the episode didn't save, and there was just a lot after the power turned on that had to be done to be able to get back to this point. And even though it feels like I'm starting over, it's like I'm picking up at, like if you play video games, it's like I'm picking up at the oh my god, I can't say this. I'm picking up at the last saved point. So I'm taking that as whatever I was recording or whatever I was talking about, it wasn't necessarily the right thing. So I'm hoping this time it sticks. So I don't remember if I said this before, but again, being still is not stagnation. All right. Like rest isn't just being lazy. It's not just laying there and, hoping for the best. I often think of rest as in you know that it's going to be okay. You know that even if you don't know what the outcome is going to be, that you are right where you're supposed to be, and everything around you might be saying, no, this may not work out for you, but there's still a path forward, and you can still keep moving forward. And so, with that in mind, what I just said, it comes back to something I've said before in past episodes, is that prayer without action is just you talking to the wind. Or hope without action, aligned action, is just wishful thinking. So, yeah, rest is just not laziness. It's just knowing that everything is coming together the way that it was supposed to or meant to. Not supposed to, sorry. Rest is having a knowing that everything is coming together the way that it is meant to. Everything in your life may be falling apart. You might feel like your entire world is just being rocked. But on the other side of that, being still, having peace of mind, and resting in your knowing, you will be able to move forward with courage and confidence because you know that everything is falling into place the way that it is meant to. This is not strong arming an outcome. This isn't forced. This is temperance. This is flow. This is balance. In a way, you can think of it like justice, fairness. Things are being made fair. So coming back to the stillness part, stillness is found in your routine and having healthy habits. Something that has helped me, and I believe I talked about this recently in the work episode, your relationship with work, is time management. I think a lot of my life, I didn't realize that I was living in confusion because I was just so used to it being that was the way that it was. Or that's just how a day is supposed to go. Stressed, running around, hoping for the best. These are the dog days. This is what it's like. This is what it's supposed to be. This is what it means to be an adult. And that was allowing, I almost want to say, like, I was letting life happen to me instead of getting control of my life. And when I started implementing time management, and this was something that I learned at community college, suddenly my entire life changed because I knew what my day was going to be like tomorrow. I had a schedule. I wasn't making it work. My schedule was working for me. And so having that and knowing that, the power of something as simple as scheduling, managing your time, is a quick and easy way to reclaim your power back. Yeah, you know what? Life happens. It does. I completely agree. I didn't ask for the power to go out and for it to be such I almost want to say, like, I was annoyed. My voice, I might sound annoyed right now, but I do want to record this episode. I want to get this done. So I'm sorry, guys, if I sound annoyed. But it's like, man, no one asks for stuff like that to happen. But it's just a part of life. There's ups, there's downs. But if there's something that we can do to just get our minds right, and if it's as simple as time management and making a schedule for yourself, do it. Okay? Everyone is familiar with a calendar. um, you know, and I might be a little old school, but paper and pen has always been a big thing for me. Something I recommended to a friend is something I learned in therapy. I have, as a creative person, an entrepreneur, there's always a lot of thoughts roaming around. And so one of the things that I recommended was having a journal for when your mind runs wild or when your thoughts run wild. And in therapy, this is what it is like you have a thought and you write it down in 1 to 3 sentences. And then you move on to the next one. 1 to 3 sentences for that thought. And then the next one, 1 to 3 sentences to that thought. And you repeat that process until you get all of your thoughts out. And it doesn't matter how crazy they are. It doesn't matter. It's your journal. And when you're all done, you read those thoughts and you look for what is relevant and what's irrelevant. This is how you practice and learn discernment. To know the difference between what is an anxious thought and what is a thought that might need more time to marinate, because it could be leading to your clarity. It could be leading to something. And then have a second journal, a positivity journal. And this is another thing I learned in therapy is like, all right, we're going to pick out happy words like happy or positive words. So happy or joy, contentment, fairness. And so let's say, man, what's a good positive word right now that I could use? We'll stick with contentment. So 1 to 3 sentences of what contentment could sound like to me. Contentment is knowing that I will be able to record this episode and be done with it. And if I want to continue on contentment, I don't keep it in that same slot. I write contentment again, and then I write down a second way that contentment could mean something to me. Because here's the thing, is that, happy is a pretty general word. I could be happy to be drinking a cup of coffee. I could also be happy going to bed after changing the sheets and it's like clean sheets, And we just keep working on that to get ourselves into a better place where our minds are more focused. And a quick thought on that is that focused doesn't mean tunnel vision. Focused means that you have control of your mind. Okay. So next is leading a life of authenticity in our work and personal life equates to ease. On the outside, you may look like a hustler or grinding away 24/7, but when you're in alignment, success is who you are, not something you are trying to become. Mindset is everything, folks. You have got to have the mindset for it. And I talked about this again in that other episode about getting out of your head and back into your life. There are going to be times in our life when we're going to have to do things that we don't want to do, but it's nurturing. It's taking care of ourselves. It's being responsible. And knowing that your thoughts are not someone else's responsibility. Okay? Your schedule is not someone else's responsibility. These are yours. And a lot of us talk about freedom in life and being our own boss and and being in control of our life. And then when it comes time to put in the work to do that, suddenly no one wants to do it. That has always baffled me. Because it's like, what did you expect? Did you just expect life to be easy street without work? No. Ease, living a life of ease, is being in alignment with your work. That on the outside, yeah, you might look like a hustler. You might look like you're doing all the things. But for, someone like me, it's like it doesn't feel like work because this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah, I get annoyed. Yeah, I get irritated. Doesn't everybody? But it doesn't mean that I quit. It doesn't mean that I just lay there and be like, oh man, that sucks. I don't want to do that anymore. No, you show up. You still show up. You got to. It's your job. As much as I love what I do, it's still a job. And I do it because I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing it for you because I care about you. Every single person that shows up at my coffee table, you give me a reason why I should keep going. Because now I know I am serving you, the listener. So I want to just say again, I'm going to try to change the tone of my voice. I'm sorry for sounding annoyed. But I do. I genuinely do appreciate everybody that taps in, everybody that listens and joins us for our coffee breaks. So thank you for being here, and thank you for sticking around and listening. So a part of this is, in what I'm just shared with you, to bring some clarity to what I'm saying, is being fair-minded and choosing to show up in fairness provides stillness and peace of mind. You will then no longer feel forced or like you have to strong-arm a certain outcome. I keep on using that term strong-arm because that is what I have been seeing in today's world. Especially with our current administration. I'm seeing it with our community leaders. I'm hearing it from, a lot of these people we consider successful. That you gotta strong arm it. You gotta dominate. You gotta be the man. No one's gonna listen to you if you're weak. You gotta just force it. But something that I've learned throughout life, the hard way, and through many failures, if you try to force something, it's not going to work out. No one likes to feel forced. No one likes to feel dominated. Nobody. Okay? Nobody likes that. There's got to be some kind of reciprocity. There's got to be listening. There's got to be, you're making the decision together. You're working on a certain outcome together. And being detached enough to know that maybe what you had in mind could be improved. There could be room to learn something here. There could be a new experience that you haven't had yet that is going to open up your mind and your world to something that you never knew existed before. This is what collaboration is like. This is what it means to share your efforts. And this is what teamwork should be. Whether in your marriage, whether at your job, or even with yourself, you gotta be fair-minded. So as I'm sitting here right now, I had to be fair with myself. We started this thing. Now we got to finish it. We got to complete it. We got to see it through and figure it out. All right? I didn't feel like doing it. But as I'm sitting here now, I'm really glad that I did. I'm really glad that I showed up for you here at our coffee break, at our coffee table. Yeah, so I'm really glad that I'm here. So in doing this, what you're going to notice is that you're letting go of the suffering. A lot of us have thought that we've had to suffer for success, that we needed to prove some kind of point, it was such a journey. It was such a struggle, and we wear it like a badge of honor. But when we let that go and we no longer associate suffering with success, it's going to put you on the path of success that is found in ease and flow. This is alignment. You can be successful without the suffering. You can be successful because you're just meant to be successful because you're really, really good at what you do. And that is a beautiful thing. That's authenticity. That's leading a life of authenticity and being a person of value. Knowing that what you have to offer is valuable and it's serving somebody else. It's serving a community. It's serving someone that you haven't met yet, but they are benefiting from you. They are learning from you. You are making an impact in their life in some kind of way. And that's how I feel about this podcast. Seeing how many hours of listening time a week are made on my podcast, around 6 hours. 6 hours of listening time, averaging around that. That is amazing to me. That's a milestone. I would have never thought that. But it gives me a reason to keep showing up. Because I know that somebody's listening and someone is actually finding value in what I do. And that gives me a reason to keep showing up in my work. And keep sharing my voice. So how we show up for ourselves is how we show up for the world around us. Choose to be 1% better every day and just watch how your life is going to flourish. Listen, I get it. I get it that life can be a struggle. And that there will be things that happen that we just wonder why. Why did it have to be that way? Why is this happening now? But you gotta know that being still, having peace of mind, and resting in your knowing, you will find a way to keep moving forward. And you're not going to let it keep you down. You're not stuck. You just gotta lay up off the self-pity and the self-loathing and realize you got this. And that what you're going through, whatever it may be, it's temporary. You can turn it around. I believe in you. Thank you for joining today's coffee break. Thank you for joining today's coffee break. There was so many unexpected turn of events, but I'm so glad that I am here now and sharing this moment with you. So wherever you're listening to this podcast, if you could please rate it, that would really, really help on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening. There is a way to donate to the coffee table so you can help me keep, oh my gosh, I can't say this. So you can help me so I can keep creating this great content for you. I believe it's in the link in the bio, but it's Buy Me a Coffee, Theo's Coffee Break Podcast. Any amount helps. And until next time, I encourage you to continue to be kind, take care of yourself, and know that whoever you are or wherever you may be, you are always welcome at our coffee table. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. See you then.